Good morning, everyone. We are really excited about today's webinar. We've been waiting to really release this out to everyone, but just can't wait to see the results. We've had many people that are using this new self-service access, and we just can't wait to roll it out to everyone else. Today's workers are not just in the office and they're demanding access to their information, or maybe they are still in the office, like most of us here at higher level are, but from wherever they're sitting, they want better access. And that's why we are so excited to present to you more control and better access for your team. We believe in providing a product to you that is designed to meet your workforce needs now and in the future. Traditional self-service options are just no longer meeting the needs for employees. So today we're going to review our improved user experience that can be compatible from any device in any setting. So whether you're sitting on a computer, or maybe you're out in the field, or maybe you're at home of an evening, it just can be used in any dynamic, any situation. Employees can easily punch in and out. They can access their calendar or even update their tax withholding or direct deposit information. Depending on the dynamic of your business, employees could also enroll online in their benefits. They can see their scheduled work hours or even upload documents to their employee profile. And those are just the options now. This is all designed to engage your staff, all while routing the details to the appropriate manager and to keep you compliant. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the demonstration. So I am logged in here now to the landing page. The slight difference from, for those of you that are on the call today that are using self-service through iSolved right now, really the only true difference in terms of access is just this web URL. Ordinarily, employees are going to higherlevel.myisolve.com, but to access the new improved self-service option, there's just this /cloud service on the end of it now. So that is really the true difference in terms of, well, how do I access this? It is a turn-on service. We basically flip a switch and it's there. There's no setups required. We just flip the switch and it's ready to go. Now, I want to remind everyone that everything in iSolved is completely tailored and customized to our clients. So what you're seeing now is just an access that we've got built out in our demo account, and maybe you are using it, maybe you're not, maybe you're allowing your employees to be more engaged in the product. Regardless, again, it's designed to grow with your workforce needs as you need them. So here on our landing page, we have a few cards, as we like to call them. Now, I can just hop right into some time and attendance options. This employee that I'm logged in is a manager or supervisor, so there's no toggling anymore. Before, as a manager and supervisor, you had to toggle between that access. Well, that's been eliminated. So from here, I can jump to just managing my employees. I can go look at my pay information, update my direct deposit, or even do some tax updates. For personal, right now, what's built is to upload documents and a few personal information or employment information. I can also send messages to direct employees through the software. Say you've updated a handbook, you have some sort of compliance policy you need to be reviewed. I can send a message and then the employee can click here to go to that. Benefits, so this is your automated open enrollment for those of you who offer benefits to your staff and are of that size. This can all be done through the system. And People Cloud, these are some of the, again, additional products that go with your workforce needs. So Learn and Grow is that learning management system where we do some of that sexual harassment training that's required in Illinois, or maybe tailored trainings to your organization. I'm going to just go ahead and drill right into some of these products just to demonstrate what this looks like. Going over here to manage, we'll start there. If I click on manage and then tasks, it's going to take me to really my action items as a manager for this payroll. Now this is a lofty size demo account, so it's telling me I need to view and approve time cards for some employees. And then I also have 5 time off requests. I'm going to go ahead and just click view and approve time cards. And here I can see some nice graphics, visuals of some different things that are already in the system, excuse me. So I've got 62 paid earnings as of this payroll that started on Monday. If I scroll down, I can see some of my staff that have already their hours, excuse me. I can also approve time cards from here. I can do so by just approving everybody on this page by clicking approve 10. I can do so one by one by just checking this box here. So again, very intuitive. If I need to search a particular employee's time card, I can do so. Say I want to look at Shane here, I can click on his name and it can show me the hours broken down by the day. If I expand upon that, I can see when this employee clocked in and clocked out. I can also see some labor departments. If you have some shared labor, maybe your employees are clocking in under different locations, which sometimes does happen. So it's all broken out pretty nicely for me right here. If I hit create new, I can add a punch, an adjustment, or an absence for this employee. So say Shane called in sick, I can go ahead and click here, create new, select absence, and I can add in that time off. Again, going back into employees, I can go to my listing of employees here and drill down into that. From the calendar view up here, I can see, this is just really, I have to drill down into it. So if I click on Thursday here, I've got some color-coded dots. I've got one pending absence for that day. On this green dot here, I have an approved absence. So it does color code it pretty nicely and also does give you that shortened look up there as well. Going back to these tasks to approve time off requests, I can see the employees that have requested their time off. If I click on that name, I can see, okay, this employee has submitted a time off. I can see the available hours. I can see the hours after the request, right? I can look at all of this. I have a shortcut here that takes me to the calendar. So I can say, okay, well, Daniel's asked off for August 13th, but well, who on my staff do I have in here? Now, iSolved itself, we can set restrictions to say, I'm only going to allow 2 team members on that department off in a day. That even prohibits an employee from asking time off. So this is just built to be really, how much am I allowing my employees to be off? How can they go into the negative? All of those things, again, are completely tailored to you. Over here on the left, I can approve or reject this time off by hitting process. And so again, very simple. As a manager, I no longer have to toggle back and forth. I can simply go to my manage. I can look at some of these items. I can approve my time off requests. I can add punches, add absences, etc. So very easy, very intuitive. And again, a supervisor could do this from their mobile device as well. Moving on to the employee point of view, I want to talk about just how easy it is to really punch in and out. To clock in and out in this self-service option, we click on this pink clock dial. And then I typically have most of our clients are doing quick punches. If there's a detailed punch where they need to distinguish what department they're clocking into, they can click here and it will open it up. And then a group punch would be for me as a manager, maybe I have 5 employees on a job site. I'm going to do a group punch and clock them all in at once. But in this case, I'm just going to click quick punch. And it just basically says, click the button to punch in. So I'm going to plus again here, and then it tells me I successfully punched in. The great thing about this too is that it does tell you the coordinates of where the employees clocked in and clocked out. If they are doing so mobily, again, you can restrict that. Or this is even from me sitting on a computer here in Illinois. It's going to tell you the coordinates of my punch, which is great. Also, as an employee, I can go view my time card. I can see what my hours breakdown are of each day. I can see, okay, Monday I clocked in from 9, actually I was out sick on Monday. So from 9 to 5, I was out sick I have 8 hours of sick time. On Tuesday here, I clocked in at 10:09 a.m. So again, this employee access is to your discretion, but I know employees like to be able to see their time off as well as their time punches. So to request time off, if I click here on time off, I can see some of my details, what's my remaining balance, what's my vacation, what have I taken, some upcoming time that's already been approved. And I can also hit this plus here to go ahead and request time off. So say I want to take some time off with Labor Day. Who wants to work the Tuesday following of Labor Day? I know I sure don't. So I'm going to go ahead and ask off 8 hours after that day and hit submit. So this will be routed to my manager supervisor, and it will show pending here until it becomes approved. And so I actually have 2 pending out here. My calendar, again, that's just really looking at an individual basis. I can see I've got this 9 to 5, these time off requests here that are colored in blue. From time and attendance, we move straight into pay and tax. So here we can update direct deposit. We can review our pay history. We can look at our year-end tax forms, which is your W-2 or 1095. And we can also do our tax updates. So let's take a peek here at pay history. And here I can look and drill down into, okay, well, here's my gross pay, my net pay, what were my earnings? All right, I was paid 40 regular hours. How much did I pay in taxes? My deductions, did I have any time off, my direct deposit, etc. I can toggle to different pay periods here, and also up here in the year, I can go look at previous years if I was employed. To download the pay stub, I can click right here and do download. Again, this is mobile friendly. So if I am on site and I need to download a pay stub for a loan application, I'm going to easily be able to do that. Same with year-end tax forms. For this specific employee, I don't have a W-2 in the system, but year-end tax forms will display just like that. For tax updates, now, as somebody who's been in the payroll industry for quite some time, I love the tax update wizards because you have employees who think they're exempt, you have employees who don't understand how to fill out a withholding form, and then just getting that information into the system, right? If you're not using self-service right now for access, and you're having to send your account manager on our team W-4s, you're really missing out on the opportunity to cut back on some time that shouldn't be spent doing these manual things. And also getting your employees in here and having more empowerment and control over their stuff, their access. So when I click Start Wizard here, it's going to take me to, if you use onboarding, you may be familiar with this, but it's going to go ahead and start me in the wizard. So the system knows what district for taxation I'm in. So this demo employee is a Pennsylvania resident, but if I'm in Illinois, Missouri, Kentucky, any state, any jurisdiction, it's gonna know who needs a W-4 where. It even knows the reciprocity rules. I can go through this process in Spanish, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this in English. I'm gonna click Start for my W-4, not a non-resident alien. I am to be exempt. This is my favorite here. To be exempt, you must meet the following requirements. You had no federal income tax liability. You expect to have no federal income tax liability at all. We know everyone is not exempt. So I'm going to go ahead and click that radial. I'm going to do single or married. I can use the worksheet to calculate a more accurate withholding. I can indicate whether there are 2 jobs total or just none of the above. So this goes right in line with the W-4. I want to claim some dependents, and it does tell me who I can claim as a dependent. And so I have 2 under the age of 17, and maybe I have 1 other dependent. I don't know if I have any other tax credits, so I'm going to leave that blank. I would like some extra withholding though, because I don't really want to owe any taxes. So I am going to say right here, enter any additional amount you want to withhold each pay period. I want another $150 here. Oh, and I also have to indicate I expect to claim deductions other than the standard deduction and want to reduce my withholding, or I will claim the standard deduction. To get this submitted into the system and over to the appropriate supervisor or HR person, I would need to, of course, verify that under penalties of perjury, I declare that this certificate is true and correct and sign with my social. This does withhold in court. And again, I can scroll down here and see what that's going to populate that data into my W-4, which is a great just double check. Did I do that correctly? Does it look right? But again, it just validates that information. I could submit that form and print it, and it will update and go to a really pending action item area for whoever is assigned to approve those items. Under personal documents here, I can upload some documents. Maybe I have some personnel documents. Maybe I have a sick note, you know, a letter saying I was getting my COVID vaccine, whatever that might be. I can upload those documents right here by just clicking upload. Choose a file and drop it right in there. Same for all of these different situations. I-9 will show in there. And again, you can say whether or not you want to give this access to your employees. You can also restrict what type of documents employees can see here as well. Last but not least, my favorite thing about the cloud service is the automated open enrollment. I've worked with many employers on their open enrollment periods, and I'm a firm believer in to automate that stuff. Stop tracking down medical applications and all of these different things and worrying about so-and-so had a baby, I need to try to get them enrolled, or whatever that life event is. Automating enrollments is the way to go. So here, clicking into benefits, my 2021 open enrollment is now open for those that have a mid-year period. I have 22 days left to enroll, and I've got some custom message down here that's pretty generic for this case, but just telling me, hey, it's time to go. When I click review, it takes me to the benefits enrollment dashboard. So there's a lot going on here, but it does walk you through the process. So, and it does tell you, step 1, we're going to review your information. Step 2, we're going to look at the current benefits and cost analysis. And 3, we're going to make our selections. So I have gone through this process here, 1 and 2, but if I need to make a change, I can. But let's just start with this medical pre-tax, and I can click on these. For this client in particular, I have 2 different medical options that I can choose from. Say I really want this PPO Silver, I can attach what is all encompassed in that specific plan over here. I can add some links to Blue Cross Blue Shield and some custom text for them. So let's say I want to claim employee plus spouse, and maybe I have a dependent here that is my spouse that I can claim. Maybe I need employee plus children, and I do have a couple children in here listed that I can select who needs to be in that coverage as well. But maybe it's open enrollment time and I need to add a dependent. Maybe my another significant other was covering coverage under their employment. Well, now I need to cover this employee under my employment, under my coverage, and you can see I can add those here. And it also tells me my per pay amount. So I'm going to go ahead and select this plan, and it's going to update that information over here on the left. And it's just going to take me through the different plans that I'm allowing. So skipping to dental and pre-tax, same scenario. Again, I can add messages here. I can waive coverage. I can even require a waive reason. Here I have also the ability to elect in how much life insurance I want to enroll in. So depending on your plan, is that in increments of 10,000, 5,000? Does it have a cap? All of those things are specifications that we take from you and we build out so that the system knows what to deduct from the employee. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and elect $100,000 of coverage. Now, my per pay amount requested is $404, but here I have to get evidence of insurability, so it's not going to deduct quite yet until I provide that EOI. So it's really keeping you from enrolling in things that you can't. When I get done and I've finished with all of this, I can compare my costs. What am I currently enrolled in? Cameron here, she didn't enroll in anything until this year. Maybe her spouse had a change in jobs and now she's changing and she needs to elect, and now she's deferring into 401k, and I can see what my cost analysis is going to be, which I love, because as an employee myself, I want to know what's coming out of my paycheck. I want to know the benefit to me. And once that this is completed and submitted, it goes back to, again, the assigned person. With the new self-service accessibility, really business owners, HR managers, and staff supervisors just have more time to focus on the day-to-day needs of their team, including the ability to review these real-time analytics, to review the workforce trends, and determine areas for operational improvement. I can track absences. I can see who's late to their assigned schedule. I can stay on top of those that aren't doing their enrollments. And from an admin, I'm still using that traditional iSolve site, but on the front end, this is so much more engaging and so much easier to use. Now, if you currently use the iSolve Go app, that will eventually go away, because what's great about this new access is that it's not truly an app. It's really more like a bookmark that becomes an app once it's downloaded to your home screen. So you don't have to worry about that app being updating in the app store. You don't have to worry about the phone model that you have. All of that used to be a challenge is gone, and now we get this really great product. We have more to come in the next few months here. We have some enhancements that are coming out on automated onboarding. That's just going to be much more user-friendly, expense management, and many other options available. I'm going to go ahead and open up to questions. If you have something particular in your chat, feel free to leave that for me now. Otherwise, for those of you who joined me today, I really appreciate it. I am just thrilled to be able to present this to our clients and our partners. If you are ready to jump in and take advantage of this, please reach out to your account manager. You can reach out to me, Beth, and I'm more than happy to do a personalized demonstration on this with you and your account and the specifics of how your business runs. Otherwise, I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and thank you for your business. And, let's eliminate that redundant data entry. Let's engage your team, and let's grow together. Have a great day.